Hey guys, HW here, back with another video. Today I'm filming something that will appeal to all of the Irish backpackers, English backpackers, any other backpackers that have come to Australia in the past. And I'm standing across the road. Can you guess where I am? I'm standing across the road from the Cock and Bull Hotel in Bondi Junction, which was a favourite haunt, especially of the Irish backpackers back in the day. As you can see, it's been completely redeveloped. The old hotel as you know it no longer stands. It's now, I guess, one bedroom, two bedroom units, overlooking a restaurant and bar area down the bottom. So on the map they still show the Cock and Bull being at this point, but I'm not sure that the Cock and Bull exists any longer. It's just basically called the Grand Hotel now. So there you go, the old Cock and Bull Hotel redeveloped. We'll head down a bit further down the road here, down Eberley Street, and you can see the Cashconverters is still on the corner there. That's been there for forever, that place. The hotel now, there used to be a bottle shop on the corner there that you could drive through. That's gone. This is the Eastgate shopping centre here, which was a favourite place for the backpackers to do their weekly shopping. I'm going to duck through there in a second to give you a look at that, because it's pretty much going to look the same as you remember it. For other people that remember Bondi Junction, this building over here used to be Norman Ross, which was a department store, and Norman Ross eventually became Harvey Norman. Thus the name Harvey Norman. And for a long while now, once the Norman Ross store disappeared, it became a Spotlight, which is pretty much just a haberdashery sort of store. Now I'm going to do a quick skirt through Eastgate Shopping Centre, and again all of the backpackers or any other travellers that have come to Bondi are going to recognise it straight away. This delicatessen's been here for a long time. These cycleways never used to be here back in the day. They've been whacked in during COVID. There's a fair few people out today because it's a reasonably sunny day, and it's been raining in Sydney again all during the week. There's all flooding up north again. Even the tourist hotspot Byron Bay went under earlier on in the week. All of the shops in the main street were flooded. So we're still getting a ton of rain in Australia. There's East Leagues over there, East Leagues Club. It's looking a bit different as well. It's had a bit of redevelopment. And just on the corner here, where this Japanese restaurant is, that used to be a KFC back in the day. Now the KFC's across the road over there. There's a parking inspector, or as we call him, a ghost, booking someone. I can't exactly remember what shop it was, but one of these shops here used to be an awesome little cafe. It might have been this one. Yeah, I think it was this shop here. It used to be a shop or a cafe called the Mousepad back in the day. It was absolutely awesome. It was like you come in there. It used to be an internet cafe. Remember internet cafes? And it was like $5 or $5.50 for a full breakfast. It was unbelievable. I wanted to quickly stop here for a second. This building you can see right on the corner here, which is called No Gaps Dental. Back in the day, that used to be a McDonald's restaurant. Now it's just it's been repurposed as a dental clinic. And there's Oxford Street Arcade there. We'll head down there in a minute. I just want to go and check to see if my favourite sushi joint is still there. This Chemist Warehouse on the corner used to be a Commonwealth bank. Successfully snuck across the road there. So just while I walk down this street here to see if I can find the sushi joint, just talk about those floods again. So Australia's been getting so much rain, If you look at one of my previous videos, in my video collection there's one where there's a picture of the Opera House, and I think it's called Sydney Harbour Tour or something like that. If you have a look at that, early on in the video I basically warn you that this year is not the year to come to Australia, because Australia is either floods or drought. There's nothing really in between. And it looks like the sushi place is still here, but I don't think it's open. That's it there. Sushi Express. If you ever come to Bondi, oh yeah, and I don't think I mentioned, so we're in Bondi Junction, yeah, or as the locals call it, Bondi Jungo. Australians like to shorten every word they can, so junction becomes Jungo. And if you're wondering why I hadn't posted a video for a while, it was because been a bit crook, but mainly because of the rain. I haven't been able to get out and film anything. This has been absolutely pissing down with rain. Alright, here we are in the Oxford Street Arcade. This hasn't changed much over the years. Apart from back in the old days, we didn't have these shades up here, and all along here there was big ugly black planter pots located up and down the arcade, which quickly became skateboard ramps for all the kids. So they're gone. But yeah, in this shaded area here, during the week, I think on Thursdays, this becomes a market stall where they sell fresh produce and handicrafts and things like that. This is the famous Bronka Arcade over here. If you've ever lived around Bondi Junction, this is the arcade that you use to get between the Oxford Street Arcade and the Eastgate shopping centre on the other side. That's the entrance to the railway station up there. That's where the McDonalds moved to. Plenty of cafes along here now. People out having a late breakfast. So all pretty much cafes and smaller shops now, but back in the day there used to be a lot of fashion brands that were located in the arcade here, because I'll explain in a minute when I get further up Oxford Street about how the place was structured. This hardware store's been here for many years. Some of their barbecues out the front for sale. They're all small barbecues for all of the unit dwellers that live around here. This Cosmopolitan Cafe on the corner here has been here for a long time. And I think this Mr. Vitamins store here used to be a newsagent. At least the Tea Gardens Hotel still looks the same. The old Tea Gardens. So before, when I was down in the arcade down there, I said I was going to explain the structure of Bondi Junction. So back in the day, where this Westfield shopping centre that extends on both sides of the road, there used to be a Grace Brothers on this side of the road, and on this side of the road there was a David Jones, which are two big department stores in Australia. Later they were demolished and redeveloped and turned into a Westfield Bondi Junction, or the Westfield Bondi Junction. And this was pretty much the flagship store for the Westfield company in Australia. So they spent a lot of money and time developing it. I'm just going to head back down this way, back past the Tea Gardens Hotel. Just want to show you something else that you might remember. This ground's like a sponge. Can jump up and down it like a trampoline. Look down Eberly Street again. Entrance to the Westfield. Back in the day, that used to be a really narrow corridor that had a couple of delicatessens in it and small stalls like that. Now it's a massive entrance into the shopping centre. Turn the corner into Grey Street here, and where that Moit sign is over there, that used to be the Bondi Junction RSL Club. which is, I'm not too sure whether it's getting redeveloped and the club's coming back, or whether the club's gone and they're going to turn it into a block of units instead. I'm not too sure. But the reason why I came down here was to show you something that you probably remember back in the day. This was another entrance into the Grace Brothers department store. Just there where those two guys are sitting down on the milk crates was an entrance into the old Grace Brothers department store. Grace Brothers has now became Maya a long time ago, so it's called Maya now. And so even though the new Westfield shopping centres come about, they've still maintained having a Maya on this side of the road and having a David Jones on the other side of the road. Just a much bigger mall complex now, that's all. There's another entrance to East Leagues there. I'm just walking back this way because I'm going to stop in and have a coffee, or what I call a Nectar, at one of my favourite places when I come to Bondi Junction. Hopefully it's still there. My favourite Nectar joint at the Jungo. There's an Apple store down here now. I think there used to be a surf dive and ski store here, but now Apple's taken it over, and it looks like there's people lined up to get their Apple. So my favourite Nectar joint was it's been taken over by new management, and I didn't like the look of it, so I've come to this place here in the Westfield called Precinct. So I'm going to sit down here and have my usual, which is a flat white. So I might set up the camera here so that you can watch the goings on while I drink my coffee. Cheers. Alright, we're up the upper end of Oxford Street now. There's the Westfield Mall over there. And I came up here because I wanted to show you this bit here, where this large building is now. Oh, this large group of buildings is here. This corner, or this block, used to all be terraces, little Victorian terraces. And right over there where that sort of pattern doorway is there, that used to be a really famous video store called Dr. Watt, back in the days when, you know, you had to go down to the shop to rent a video to watch on your VHS video recorder, and then later DVD. That's where the Dr. Watt store was, on that block there, which is now new apartment buildings. And I might just quickly walk further down the road here and show you something else. So again, all of this is for people who remember how Bondi Junction used to be back in the day, especially the backpackers and anybody else that used to live around here also. Just wanted to show you one more thing to sort of reminisce about Bondi Junction before I wrap this video up. All that traffic you see down the road down there, that's all people coming up from Bondi Beach, heading into the city or heading down to Double Bay or any of the other areas in Sydney. I just wanted to show you this corner here. This corner here, where this massive apartment building is now, don't know if you guys remember, but this used to be a whale wash. It used to be a whale car wash, and now it's a massive apartment tower. So do you remember that whale wash back in the day? That was the corner where it was. So I might get ready to wrap up this Bondi Junction video now. So like all my videos, watch it on your 4K TV. Take this opportunity now to like and subscribe. There really is going to be a lot of Sydney content coming. I'm going to try to do a lot more vids. Obviously this week's been tough because it's been raining every day, and plus I've been a bit crook as well. I've got a cold that's going around. It's not COVID, it's just a cold that happens at this time of the year in Australia, because this is the time of the year that a lot of the Irish and English start moving over to Australia to visit friends and family, and they normally bring the colds over with them. The winter colds they bring over to Australia, and this year is no different. With the borders open, they're bringing the cold viruses back in, and I've got one of those at the moment. So that's the other reason for the lack of videos over the past 10 days. So yeah, just up the top of Oxford Street, looking towards the Westfield shopping centre. The video is over.